One day I'll speak before you. Hello and welcome to the Geek Initiative. This, I believe, to be episode 13. Thank you. I'm Isaac, the DM. Thank you for joining us. I will be passing to my left for some introductions.
My name's Tracy. I'm playing Dusk.
I'm Mark. I'm playing Rengoku.
Digby Malcador.
It's very warm down
Have
here.
I broken you?
It's very warm.
We've got we have increasing on the stream. Yes.
I'm Martin and I'm playing Rhi-koo.
So, obviously we're setting up an OnlyFans. There's OnlyFans. They're over there. It's.
I think the plan's in work. We'll do is we'll just get it unfold it, and then it's just the Geek Initiative symbol right in the middle.
www.patreon.com.
Yeah.
That can be
Are
done.
you even allowed to use that word on Twitch?
Probably not.
Yeah.
No, the other one.
Probably not.
OnlyFans, yeah, that's
It's
fine.
two words.
No, because we are referencing to the fact that this
We
takes
are
one of the
fans.
ones with
We are the
fans.
only
the only one with fans.
Yeah.
That is perfectly normal linguice parlance. I don't see what the problem is.
Don't see what the issue is.
They do look, very funny.
Thin ice.
These are
Thin
my
ice.
these are actually my belongings. I'll have you know.
So.
Wait. So it's your own fans.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Only her fans. Stop it.
Thank you everybody for joining us. I believe last time you left off stepping through a portal, having your belongings returned, and finding yourselves in the Thieves Guild once again.
In the dark, it would appear.
Well, that was interesting.
You can't trust him.
Where's Sam? Sam? Where are you?
So Rook kind of comes out from behind, from around a corner, around a box, and is begging her upstairs.
Thank you, my favourite friend.
Gone to tavern. It sounds like the tavern is in a different voice to the one he normally seems to use.
We turned up in the Thieves Guild, so we now have to leave and go back to the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we go out the door and cross the alley and through the other door. Let's do that then. Everybody feeling good? It was a bit interesting, wasn't it?
He's one of those.
Yeah.
One of those.
He's like...
Yeah. Yes.
He didn't look like that.
Yeah, but neither do I all the time.
Yeah,
You see, within me I am a dragon too.
When you try and say that word that begins with D, you can't.
Oh.
Let's just test.
Yep.
That's weird. I can't say the word.
What about the language they speak?
Right.
The cunning.
Nope.
None of us can.
None of you.
That's interesting. None of us can say the word druid.
Can I say not God?
Yes.
Not God?
Yes.
Okay, flip it around. Not God.
Noggard.
Yeah.
Yes. He's a noggard.
Yes, and deep within me is a Noggard too.
Right.
I love Noggards. I want to be one day. I will. I am going to grow up
Can we-
and be one.
Can we just stop talking about him and go and see Sam?
Oh, are we turning on the
We're
candles?
turning on
Thank
the
you very
light. That
much.
was my hint was yes, evidently in the dark.
Oh, I did
I
not.
don't feel
even
like
notice.
we can trust him though.
Thank you for telling me why not.
Well, from my experience, anybody with an ounce of power probably can't be trusted anyway.
Thank you for telling me.
It's
Because let's
also-
face it, if you've got the ability to make lots of money and ignore people without, you tend to make more money and ignore the people without. So,
Not
Yeah.
always.
And with him being a being whose lifespan can drag on, it
Somewhat.
could be.
That slips past.
Yes, there we go. See, we found the flaw in the system.
it slips past straight onto a D4.
It's probably to do with the intention
Yes,
behind it.
He would probably how do I put this politely? Destroy us if we crossed him.
Yes.
So I think we should probably speak to Sam and see who's the most dangerous out of the pair of them.
Sam, I would say.
See, I feel like now we're stuck between, you know, a Nogard and a demon. Like a rock and hard place, but I'm not sure which one's rocky and which
Well, it's
one's hard.
fire or fire, isn't it? You just need to choose whether it comes out of a giant lizard or...
Or a mouth.
While
Yes.
this is
Sorry,
while this is going on,
Nogard is-
Rengoku is grabbing a bit of paper and writing a note.
You stopped us saying
and attempting
dragon.
to write that word. Is he
Doesn't
able?
work.
So he's not able to even write. the
But
word.
when you write the word, it immediately evaporates from the paper.
Who here is good at Pictionary? Because we have to draw a picture of a thing which lifespan drags on so that we can speak to Sam about it.
As a,
Yes.
yeah,
It's like
That
Magnus, but very large.
yeah.
Wait,
I'm glad that you've planned all of this out before you meet him.
we may be not having to tell Sam.
He probably already knows.
No.
Yeah.
He may
He's
have.
probably already aware.
He may know. He may have seen through my sight potentially.
You see,
Did you feel
the
him?
same as the
Looking
Nogard
through
knows
it?
everything, I suspect Sam.
Sam
knows
also
everything.
does, yes.
And the weird thing is, even though both of them can see everything, neither of them trust each other's intentions, which is really weird. It's like two people arguing over whether or not the glass is half full or half empty. When
Does that never
ultimately
happen?
I come along and just drink the drinks.
Well, is it just a power struggle then? At the end of the day, it's
Yeah.
one.
And we're stuck in the middle. And they're like two squabbling kids, really.
Let's just
So
Go.
Once you are, presumably you're all heading upstairs to go towards where Sam is in the tavern. Again, tavern is, you know, it's fairly quiet. It seems to be a very quiet evening.
What time of day is it?
I want to test something. Rengoku,
what?
is it me? Or is Sam a lot shorter than you expect?
I don't get how you can say that. I thought everyone's tall to you.
Well, yeah, but you know, a door is big, a candle is small. But I wouldn't expect to see a candle that size, and I wouldn't expect to see a door that size. I'm just saying, you know, is it me or is he a bit small?
Well, he is
Wonder
not
if-
as.
He's not overcompensating, is he, for his height?
What are you on about, Magnus? Stop
You'll
being
know.
a fool.
You'll know.
So we have discovered that his father is imprisoned underneath the tower, has apparently been imprisoned there for years.
And Sam don't
The-
care. Yeah.
Parishan is a immortal, mythical creature,
A Nogard,
and
yeah.
yeah, and you're worrying about him not apparently being to the scale when we already know that he's not as powerful as he was where we originally know him from.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry.
He's definitely shorter than Nogard.
Most things are. I mean, to you, like you're an ant to one of them if he was to show his true form.
Yeah. Which is why it makes me confused why both of them are trying to get us to do their dirty work. If they're
Because-
so both all powerful and almighty and big and clever and strong and all that lot, what do they need us for?
I suppose it's the art
I
of...
just don't like the idea that we're being told to go and do stuff.
Save for this, for I shall never say it again. It's the art of subtlety.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm a great fan of subtlety.
but there is very much the case of, you know, why have a dog and bark yourself? I kind of feel like we're the dogs. And I don't like that.
The whilst you're discussing this in the tavern, can you roll a perception check for me?
I can indeed.
I mean, you could have.
Dice.
All of us
You
will
could
just-
have potentially just waited to discuss this in private.
13.
Like, why would you do it in such an open area
So-
where potentially you're going to be overheard?
Why would I?
So whilst you're discussing it, you suddenly feel a sort of a presence behind you.
Hello, Sam.
When you turn around, it is Graham.
Oh. Oh, it's the bigger dude. Hello. You're right. Where's Sam?
Out back.
Dealing with business or just out back?
Out back.
Ah, okay, we'll go see him then.
I'd keep your opinions to yourself. Friendly bit of advice.
Is you're more like...
Is that, I'm pretending that you like just yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. So, is that because you don't like it, or you think it's not very wise around the boss?
Let's put it this way. I'm so up till this point he's had a helmet on. Like over the he's a dragonborn, but he's had a helmet on, and he lifts the visor. I lost my eye somehow, eh? Close it again.
That answers my question. Thank you. That's what I wanted to know. By the way, even though you've lost an eye, quite pretty.
Magnus, can you, like, seriously, like, 1 minute you think this person's pretty, then they think this person's pretty.
Well, everybody who ain't bare humans pretty. Ain't you noticed that?
Oh, thank you, Magnus.
So he kind of goes, "I'll stand," and gestures over his shoulder.
Cheers, buddy. And I'll kind of go to slap him on the shoulder and probably get his elbow.
I'm just going to like walk over. Graham, can you tell me what race are you again?
Dragonborn.
Just us then.
Graham, what two words make up that? The second one is born. What's the first one?
Dragon.
It's really weird because we can't say the word.
What?
If I try and say that first bit, we can't say it. Look. See? You try.
Do I look?
All right, fine. You try.
Drew.
Dusk.
I believe.
I tried earlier.
I believe you. I believe.
It's weird. Have you seen that before?
I've seen it before. No.
Enchantment. Remember the soldier couldn't say specific things because he was enchanted by the Parisian. I think he's
Patrician.
done the same to us.
Not Parisian.
Patrician, that's what I think.
Although the Parisian sounds interesting.
I did say Patrician.
Sounds odd considering we're in a fantasy realm.
And even writing it don't work.
Yeah. Strange. Maybe Sam can help.
Maybe.
Let's hope so.
I'm actually not sure if I care.
Yes, but don't you want to be a when you grow up?
Yeah, but Nagrod sounds
And having
funnier.
yeah, but then you go in, fear me, for I am a Nagrod. Doesn't quite seem to have the same ring to it.
Isn't it no guard?
It's
It'd be
no guard.
Norgard.
Yeah.
No guard. Or
No
whatever.
guard.
Yeah.
Fear me, for I am a
Because the other way around, you'd be a
I've
Drawgan.
had you guys say Nagrod.
And I'm pretty certain I can say the word
Nagrod.
Drawgan.
Let's just
Nagrod still sounds good.
let's just go see Sam, shall we?
Let's move on.
Very
Conversation is starting to drag on.
So again, in
Please be quiet, Malcador.
in the back room, Sam is sat with Pyra. They are. She is like just seems to just be talking to him about something to do with the performance. He's smiling, he's nodding, you know, and he goes, "Ah, hello."
Sorry, are we interrupting?
No, not at all. Please.
I'm just
come
going
in.
to casually go and sit down in front of Sam and go. I think a discussion is to be had.
Oh, of course. Anything you can say in front of me, you can say in front of Pyra.
So, be honest.
I very rarely am not.
You know that the patrician knows where you are, right?
Yes, I'm aware that he is aware of my presence.
No. He knows where you are.
Exactly.
Not aware of your presence, he knows where you are consistently by the sounds of it.
Right now. And 5 minutes ago. And an hour ago. Yesterday.
He kind of looks around the room.
Mm-hmm.
I also get the feeling you know where he is at all times.
Couldn't possibly begin to comment.
Yeah.
Notice the similarities with how they speak. It's right pain in my ass.
It's amazing.
Do you know what I was saying earlier, though? And I will say this to you now, Sam. You know where he is and what goes on.
Indeed.
He knows where you are and what goes on.
Indeed.
Yet the two of you can't work together. It's not like one of you has an advantage over the other. So why can't we all work together for the good of the people? Or do neither of you actually like the people at all?
Or something's holding him back from doing it, like potentially,
so-
oh look, we clash, we blow up, hey, daddy's been freed.
Well, yeah, do you want him free?
Let's put it this way. I would rather this rock burn with all of the people on it than my father be released upon this world.
Well, that's fine, because I don't think he wants him released either.
That is the one factor upon which we agree. And the reason that we do not work together or directly clash ourselves is because that amount of magical power in one place is begging for a cataclysmic event to just so happen to happen.
Fair enough.
If it were to happen, it would cause a cataclysm.
Understood.
So,
why don't you
Malcador
get
but
your
100
people to
times
work with
more.
his people?
What?
Pardon?
Why don't you
Nothing.
get your people?
Talking about you, not to you.
No, I
Why
see.
don't you get
Damn
your
lot.
people to work with his people rather than you two work directly together? Because then your people and his people aren't going to cause a cataclysm, are they?
No. But
There we go.
But at the same time, he
Let's-
did also say he wanted him removed and he wanted us to do it. Oh, yeah. That's been
Yes,
put on
and
the
then-
table potentially.
And how did we get to that bit though afterwards? Afterwards we actually said, well, hang on a minute, aren't you both looking at the same outcome? What you both want to do is feed the people.
he wants peace. He wants me to not be a problem.
But he also accepted that actually you being a problem is quite useful.
Yeah, because it means they have an enemy.
There's people
That
upstairs
the-
in the tavern running about the place.
Mm.
Yeah, that they have an enemy that they can rally against to keep the patrician in office. That's why he wants to keep him on.
Yeah. But it's like the two of you seem to see each other as a necessary evil, yet you keep deliberately clashing.
Let's put it this way. I have come to the conclusion that he is superfluous.
And he sees the same about you. However,
Perhaps.
you both also agree that you do have your uses.
Yes. As of right now. Functional.
Yeah,
Replaceable.
potentially, yes.
I
Like
would
all of us.
sooner replace the patrician with someone aligned to my goals exactly. That's not what I said.
I have aligned your goals, though.
I do not believe you are responsible enough to wield such power.
Put
How
it,
do you know until you try?
Malcador, put it this way. If we have been sent in time to set a course of events in line that lead to the world that we live in, at that point in time, Sam is still around, as is the patrician, just under a different name, to keep the illusion appearing that it is a family affair being handed down.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, yes, I didn't realise that, and I've forgotten that. Never mind, I received my hand.
Just focus
quite
on your
alright.
sketches and all your chemical equations.
It's-
That's what you seem to be good for.
I'm of the opinion that, having seen the future through your minds, that the patrician is a necessary evil. I can't replace him, much though I would love to. But also, by that logic, he can't replace me.
Yeah.
I am willing.
I'm not sure he knows that yet.
I think
No,
he pretty much agreed it.
he.
I'm of the opinion that if he doesn't, we can soon show him the truth. And I would love to come to a peace terms with him, where we can, let's say, agree a no bounds argument. Something that's along the lines of I won't cause harm to, your favourite eatery and such things, but I will continue to feed the people.
Whereas, do you understand his point of view on the feeding of the people, by the way?
I don't. I could never begin to.
Okay, so the way he explained it to us, it was simple maths. You have this many people and you have this much food, and you don't have the resources to make enough more food, so with this many people you're going to run out. So deliberately let some of them die off, and then you can actually feed everyone.
That's barbaric.
It is, and I did tell him that. I did say that. However,
His response was that he relies on logic
Yeah.
and isn't interested in the emotion.
if you take the emotion out of it, it, in a very harsh way, does make a bit of sense.
Yes.
I just wouldn't want to do it, but he is willing.
On a side note, we're also not quite sure if we may have got all of those intellect devourers or
Cat brains.
I don't feel
The cat brains, yeah.
we may have not got them all, and there may be still one out and about potentially.
However,
Kind of got distracted by
Pit fiend.
dealing with the issue at the tower.
Of course. It is important. It is imperative, in fact.
now,
He remained content.
what we did say to him was, you want to feed the people,
Yes.
he wants to feed the people, but he sees it that there isn't enough grain, so...
He wants to feed a significantly lower number of people.
Yes, and when pushed why, he gave that explanation, there isn't enough grain to go round long term, which kind of makes sense. So why can't you get more grain? And he was saying, do you see any farms? We can't go through anywhere, and unfortunately we don't have a wizard powerful enough because apparently someone killed their wizard.
You apparently.
Yeah, or at least you were responsible. Now, so in theory, he's kind of blaming the starvation on you because you stopped him being able to get more grain.
I don't know about you, Magnus, but do you notice that look on his face? It's almost like he's realised he may have
Dropped a bollock.
cocked up.
But anyway, if we ignore the cock up,
Because it
What?
takes two to cause eight.
yes, but anyway, when you, what we suggested was, we believe we've come back in time because everything's shattered, there's the creature outside them. Islands, bubbles, whatever you want to call them. And he started saying something about there being a dragon shard? A shard? Why can't we say that blooming word?
I believe he enchanted as like.
The knockback. That's better.
I mean,
dragon. Yeah, now I can say it. The dragon shard. And he was saying that we need to do something and hope that everybody else on other places, other planes was it or something?
Planes.
That they all do theirs and then maybe it gets fixed.
So,
And then there would be enough food for everybody and then everybody's happy.
I don't quite know what you're talking about, but
Neither do I, if I'm honest.
fantastic. Hopefully,
I was hoping you would though.
we can arrange a meeting on neutral ground. I want to speak with Cyrus in person.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So I think the next step then is, what is neutral ground for the two of you? Because as you say, the two of you clashing could be cataclysmic.
Where there's few casualties available as possible. The edge.
What about the boys' farm?
I think a damaged piece of land rather than an intact one is more apt. The crater where you arrived.
Yeah,
Okay.
that works. You're happy with that? But then, of course, we've then got to come up with the details of how do you do you convince him that you're not trying to pull a fast one, and how does he convince you that he's not trying to pull a fast one?
I believe if he is listening, as you seem to think he is able, then he already knows where I would like to meet.
I suppose if he can do portals, because he sent us back here, well,
The Black Staff, I believe, is capable.
there you go. So I suppose it's just a case of you need to turn up somewhere. I
Yes.
hope he turns up without an army. I guess there's going to be a certain amount of trust going on there.
Yes, there is. At which point he kind of blinks slowly, looks between all of you, and you hear his voice in your minds. We will be going significantly more prepared than he will think.
Yeah.
If he has ears listening everywhere, he says aloud, then there is no point trying to deceive him. We shall only go, us. Tyra, you should remain here, and carry on with. Stay safe.
We need a rest before then, at least.
Oh yes, of course. This would be sometime in the day tomorrow, perhaps
For a bit.
high noon.
I could actually
I'm not
seriously
going to
do with
sing it, no.
a couple of drinks, some
And the-
food, and a damn good sleep.
Before I rest, I need a word, potentially, with private sound.
Well, if at which point, when he says this aloud, you hear in.
That's a strange
The
language.
door creaking open.
That chair.
Yeah, that's the door.
You,
Yeah.
you need the floorboards fixed, they're a bit creaky.
Thanks, Adrian.
That was me doing Foley for the
Yeah, no, fantastic. So you hear in your minds, we will all be going, the syndicate included. If he is listening, he will not know this.
That we know of.
It will be a good test of his abilities, won't it? So, I intend to rest and set out to arrive at the crater at midday.
Yes. Arrive at the crater at midday. With only us.
Yes.
Hang on a minute. If he can see us at all times, that's sick.
What he does with his time is his own business.
I hope he chooses not to look.
So,
Problem with scrying, I find you can never really see what's on the other side until you're looking. I tried it once.
Oh wait,
If you hear an
Malcador.
echo,
If he can see us at all time, means he potentially knows your secret recipe.
No, fuck off. It's mine.
No, because he made them before.
Yes, but he's been making some since he got here.
it was the raised fists
Yeah.
looking up to the sky.
Fuck off. I'll fight you, damn you.
So,
Roast Malcador.
at which point Sam kind of goes, if there is a conversation to be had, I'm sure we can have it. As ever, rooms, meals, board, etc. All available to you for free.
Can I have the flame-proof one, please?
Let him have it. It's in everyone's best interest.
If you insist.
Yes, excellent. Thank you very much.
Rengoku, what is it I can do?
So I'd wait for
So
other people to leave.
I'm off to the bar.
I'm going. I desperately need a long rest.
I've gone
Pyra is still in the room.
straight upstairs and I am starting up my still, make some more experimental elixirs and some more bombs.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'll just be in the bar.
Okay.
So once alone, he'll turn to Sam, be like, what powers does your father have that allow him to mess with the mind as he does?
Well, I can see through your eyes. I can perceive through your senses. I'm a bit clunky at it, I'm not very good at it, I've not really tried before. And I presume the natural evolution is that he can manipulate those senses to see what he chooses. See. What did you see?
My hands leading their death.
Most troubling. Perhaps a liberal interpretation of your of the actual events designed to cause you harm.
Let it be known. If any harm is going to come to the others, and my life would save theirs. Don't stop me as you are.
Oh, but you are so much more useful.
I don't care.
I've already a bargain with you.
You have a bargain with me? Yes. But at the same time, what if I was to strike a bargain with someone else?
Who would you strike such a bargain with?
You can obviously tell who I might potentially speak to in this matter. But let it be known, no matter what bargain has been struck, there are always going to be more people that matter more to me than you will. And as a person that obviously understands how much the impact another can have on their life,
He his eyes briefly dart away to Pyra and then back.
you understand the things that we would do to protect them.
Of course. There are no fires I wouldn't start for those that pledge themselves to my cause. I care deeply for everyone within this.
And if that's the case, my colleagues have pledged to your cause, and surely greater numbers to a cause of equal strength or skill as one such as myself is of greater value than one life, of which, if you regain the power that I know that you have, it would be a simple click and one servant would be returned to you if I was that important.
I think you vastly overestimate what I'm capable of.
At the moment,
Oh yes,
Maybe.
in some far-off future, I'm sure that I can edit reality as I so choose. But unfortunately, I am not he. We are limited in our scope. There is nothing I can do beyond the normal.
going at that point to stand up and begin to walk away. As I get through the door, Rengoku turns and goes, well, maybe you were just too late when you learnt to get this way that you were. Or maybe you're just not yet motivated enough.
Your tongue is bolder and bolder. One day, perhaps you will learn your lesson. Go. Consider it a mercy.
As you say that,
Yeah.
there is a small bang from upstairs. It's like a pop. And all you hear is Malcador's voice go, "More salt, Peter, I think." At which point there is a much louder bang. Like, actual, like, bang, bang. To which Malcador's voice goes, "Less salt, Peter, less salt, Peter."
As I hear that, I'll just turn and look to Pyro and go,
Who's this Peter?
like, I'll discipline him for you.
I have rolled a 1d4 and I have taken 1 damage.
And I'm going to go, and as I'm walking to my room, I'm going to knock on the door that you're in.
What? I'm busy.
Open up.
Hold on 2 seconds. Wait for it. No. Ooh, no, that's about right. Yes, okay. Open the door, just point it in. You're going to see Malcador standing in front of what can only be described as a makeshift...
Crater?
Not crater, it's like lots and lots of small beakers just bubbling away and burning, and it's like it's the alchemist equivalent of keeping plates spinning. So he's listening to you, but he's really not listening to you.
Malcador?
Yes,
Do me a
yes.
favour.
What?
Stop for one moment.
I can't, because they'll explode.
Okay, we'll keep going, but listen very carefully.
I'm listening.
I shall say
That's
that
good,
anyway.
that's good.
Right. Perhaps
Yes,
you should get some rest. Remember the last time you were fucked.
yes, look, I've almost finished actually making this. I've managed to refine it to the point whereby it's actually getting more stable the more I sort of work on it. But obviously, these interruptions aren't helping.
Just get some sleep and make sure you don't ruin any of her clothes or she might kill you.
Yes, that should be fine. He
then-
turns... Have you already left the room?
Yes, I literally closed the door after that.
All right.
Probably expecting a loud bang as soon as I close the door, mind.
You are mistaken.
When Rengoku left, I would like to have a quick question with Sam.
Certainly, go on.
Okay.
And I've gone to bed shortly after that. So I'm just going to
I
rest
was
now.
knock on the door and
He says, but a moment. And then the door swings. Come in. Take a seat.
they're both there? Or?
No, Pyro's still there.
Okay. As you know, we met up with the patrician.
It's the patrician.
Yeah. He did levy a heavy accusation against you of killing the navigator.
Yeah. The previous Blackster.
Do you want to maybe explain yourself as to why? Because apparently this was the guy that could have brought in more food, and he accused you of killing him to stop that.
He glances again at Pyro, and yes, I stopped. I killed him myself. To stop the corruption that he was bringing about. He was his name was Solomon, and he was a vile, manipulative, murderous bastard who held his position as one by which he could hold a gun to the people. Hold a crossbow. Hold a crossbow to the people.
What's a gun?
Yes, what's a gun? Hold a crossbow to the people's throat. And he
Was he not?
personally slighted. And I saw red. Did one mistake. I should not have killed.
So you put this bubble in danger because
Yes.
of your emotion.
And now I seek to
How do you seek to do that? Are you trying to look for more people that can move between these worlds and bring goods to it, or
Yes,
or what?
in some capacity. I believe it is important that somebody who can be trusted. And I would not have the people dependent on my fickle nature. I am not to be trusted. So, I am hoping to expedite the development of a spellcaster to replace.
To work under you, or
Not
would
strictly.
you
To be
hand
free.
him to be his own person?
Indeed, to be their own person.
You don't think the patrician would try and take him or take them from you? So
Yes, most likely. But there is no one I trust implicitly more to keep goodness, truth, honour, above everything else. Then this person in question, obviously I will not be divulging their identity.
At this point,
It is important that their development goes uninterrupted.
Where's Pyra's room in relation to this conversation?
So it would be upstairs and probably on the, not the far side, but on the far end of the same wall.
Okay. Sam's not going to notice what's just happened to Malcador and the vial of acid that he had in his hand. But he has taken an additional 4 damage.
Thank you for letting me know. I feel right back.
Does Pyrus
Given
still
you've
have
not
a bed?
rested yet.
Pyra does still have a bed, but there is now a reasonably large hole in her floor.
And you were just walking.
So,
Should we just wanted a bath?
so he kind of goes, they are the person I trust the most. And he goes, a touching sentiment. But looks at Pyra, looks at you and goes, no.
yeah.
Pyra looks mildly offended and kind of, but that's very rude, and you shouldn't say such a thing. You think I'm not to be trusted, and
She stormed out the room, slamming the door,
and he kind
Shaking her hair.
of
setting something on fire.
looks at her and goes, the reason that I cannot trust you is because of your temper.
Don't know what you mean.
She kind of goes,
Worse than yours?
not worse, just proportional. But that's not the point. Yes, the person in question is beyond reproach. So, I believe it is important that there be a navigator. Needs to be someone.
Obviously, fix the food situation and to fix the fracture and what the patrician has suggested to us.
He did make mention the last time we spoke of a larger scheme, a grander scheme.
Has the patrician been trying to find a navigator?
I believe the current Blackstaff is his protege. Trying to do much the same as I. But she is not yet powerful. Much the same as mine is. My protege is not. So, will that be all?
Yeah. I'll finish off my drink and I'll probably head off to bed.
Is Magnus still in the bar?
He is. He's waiting for his food to turn up.
It has arrived.
Excellent.
As it's arriving, you're looking down and, oh, fantastic food. And suddenly, there is a woman sat next to you. It is Siap, the rogue.
Hello.
She looks at you and kind of goes, ah, pleasant.
Chicken wing?
No. Are you intending to make good on promises of your previous compatriots?
What would that be?
Roll a history check.
Yeah, no. 5.
5.
No idea.
He may not be here anymore, but he sold you up.
She kind of looks at you and goes, well, I believe one of your previous companions said that you would pay his bill.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one?
Shadow, I believe his name was.
Yeah. About that.
He owed me money.
How much?
3 gold. Not a lot, but enough that I would chase it.
I tell you what. I'll give you 2 gold, and you can smack him in the face when you see him. For the other one. And I'll also hit him.
I think that is a perfectly reasonable deal. She holds out her hand for the money.
And yeah, he passes it over. Gives her 2 gold.
Fantastic.
Sneaky, cheeky little.
And I owe you 1 smack on Shadow.
Oh yes.
So,
On a napkin.
at this point, so we are approaching break time. So what I'm going to say is, after that, eat your meal, fine, head to bed.
Yep.
Then long rest. and
I'm not fucking around with my chemistry kit, by the way. After I've burnt a hole in the floor with that,
Are you done
acid,
now?
I'm actually having a sleep.
Okay. Good.
Hurrah!
So,
Hurrah!
Yes, there's
Long
lots
rest.
of snoring going on from Magnus.
yes, a long rest is available, and we will be back after a brief
Said
10-minute
rest.
break. Thank you very much for joining us for part 1. We'll be back very soon.